Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. And if this reading resonates with you, then please drop a comment and a like on the video. It's greatly appreciated. So let's see what this reading is about tonight. If you are here, then there should be something within this reading that resonates with you. So take what resonates. There might be parts that don't resonate, so ignore those bits. But you can always come back to this video again later and see what might have changed. So let's get into it. I'm going to pick one of these animal cards first of all, just to see where your energy is right now at this very point in time. What do we have for you? Oh, we have two. Patience and stagnation. So you may be feeling at the moment that you are stuck. And there's an element of needing to wait, but you might not be understanding why you need to wait. That's what the animals are. We've got the bobcat and the blackthorn, the lizard and the pitcher plant. Is the pitcher plant that really smelly one I think it's the one that kind of brings all the flies. It's like a fly catcher type of one, I think. So again, there's an element there of sitting patiently waiting for something to drop in. There could be something about smell to do with this as well. Maybe there's some kind of smell that you like. What I'm getting there is like the smell of somebody. So it could be like perfume or I don't know. And patience. Now this has got blackthorn around it, which blackthorn is connected to the rune Thorazaz. So this can be about protection. So you might be feeling like you need to protect yourself for some reason at this time. And because of that, there's a fear of maybe moving forward with something that you are focused on or thinking about. Now, lizards are very interesting because I think they, if they lose a tail or something like that, they can actually grow it back. I do feel you've been hurt here not so long ago. And you may have lost a tail due to something that you've had to let go, but somebody still was holding on to that. You've had to let it go and you are growing this new tail, but it's causing you some pain. And in that process, you're having to wait. And maybe that is difficult for you. It's difficult for you to sit and wait at this time, but it's part of your process. It's part of what you need to do. I feel called to pick one of these Sacred Feminine Oracle cards. So this doesn't matter whether you're masculine or feminine, to be honest, because we can all learn from these. We're all sacred. Let's see what we have on here. Solitary. Yeah. So you're being called upon at this time to spend some time on your own, to be in your own environment, in your own space. Maybe you've been around other people a lot lately. Maybe you've just come out of a relationship and you might be just struggling with that time by yourself. But actually, there's a lot to be learned through solitude. There's a lot that you learn about yourself. And I was actually talking to somebody about this earlier today, where when you are in a relationship or you're with somebody and you may have been in that relationship for some time, you kind of end up doing what they want sometimes, or you just get into a pattern or a habit. So say for instance, your day might look like you come home from work and you sort your stuff out, but then by the end of it you sit and chill watching Netflix, and that's your evening, and you get into a bit of a pattern of doing that. Now, you might be feeling a bit like, well, actually, it would have been nice to have done a bit of yoga, or I could have done a bit of this, or, you know, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. You're putting it on the back burner to be with your partner or person watching a film, which is lovely, but maybe you're getting a bit sick of doing that every single night. So I do feel the energy of somebody that's pulling away from relationships at this time and seeking that solitude so that you can really go within, find that key, because you've been looking for it in other people, I feel, and now you're realizing actually this is within me and I've got to find what door this unlocks. Okay, did anybody watch that film? I can't remember what it's called now. And it wasn't a film, it was a series and they had like keys that they could put into the back of their heads, and the keys all did different things. I think it was called like lock and key or something like that. It's very good. Very good. It feels a bit like that. It's like you've found something that unlocks your mind slightly and allows you to delve in a little bit deeper, but you need that solitude to do that. I would laugh if Thorazaz comes out tonight. So what energy are your runes in? You have Algiz, which is also a protective rune, but this is kind of like a gentle protectiveness. So it's kind of like a boundary protection. So you might feel like you need to place some boundaries in your life at this time. Maybe you need to set some boundaries. You need to speak up your truth about what you need. Thorazaz, I thought so. So this connects with this bobcat and the blackthorn, okay? Now, Thorazaz is a really good rune for protection, and blackthorn is a good tree for protection as well. So this is a very masculine energy of protection in the sense of, you know, being aggressive where you need to be, or being defensive where you need to be. And sometimes defensiveness can be taken as a negative, especially if we're feeling defensive in a certain way, but it also highlights something to you. You know, if you're being defensive in a particular situation, you're protecting yourself for a reason. So it's finding out with that key what that reason is. Why are you being defensive? And it feels like you are being triggered or very defensive around a particular person in your life right now. It's just sort of like, why do I always feel irritated by this person? Everything they say and everything they do is really irritating me, really annoying me. So you need to ask yourself the questions of like, why is that? Why is that happening? And Lagos, there's a lot of fear around listening to your intuition is what I'm getting on this. It's like you kind of are getting some intuitive knowings or information, but you're choosing to ignore it through fear, possibly because it means movement, it means intervention is what I'm getting from this. And with that intervention, it means change and possibly a need to defend yourself in particular situations, because it's going to mean a battle. It's going to mean something a little bit chaotic is going to happen. But you are in that flow. You're actually in that alignment. So you can try and avoid it for as long as you like, but ultimately you're in that flow. And this is about you understanding your fears. It's about you recognizing your fears and being able to take them by the hand and walk with them and move through this. I should have done that. Okay, so we're going to pick now your T cards. So I want to see, what is this current situation that's feeling stagnant for you at the moment? Time to get out and have fun. Pay attention to your finances and doing something risky, taking a chance. Okay. So the first one is, at the moment, you may be feeling like you're spending a lot of money. Maybe you're going out a lot. So it's quite interesting that we've got time to go out and have fun, but keep an eye on your finances. So I've got an energy of somebody that wants to go and have fun, but in ways that doesn't mean spending a lot of money. So that might be going on walks. It could be just going on some kind of adventure where there isn't really a need to spend money. Whereas I feel there's another party with you that kind of wants to go out for meals, wants to go to the cinema, or wants to go and do fancy things that mean spending money. And there's a fear around this of you not being able to keep up with that. Or you need to be honest here and say, you know, look, I don't have the money to do this constantly. And Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. So it feels like there's something that you would like to do. There's something that you are thinking about doing, but that fear with Lagos there is kind of holding you back from doing it. Something is kind of making you feel like, oh, I don't know, should I? If there's a risk to it, I can understand why you may be holding back from it. But at the end of the day, if it's something that you really want, then it's worth the risk. I've got the energy of the avoidance of taking a risk here is based around it not going the way that you want it to go. Or it's almost like if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you're going to lose it forever. That's what it feels like. It's almost like if this doesn't go, if I take a chance on this and it doesn't go right, I'm going to miss my chance forever. So if you think of it like that, is it not worth taking the chance then, ultimately? Okay. So what challenges do we have at this time? Actually, no, I'm going to pick a tarot card to go with each question that we're doing. So this is your current situation. Okay. So what cards do we have on there? We had the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician that just fell out there. Okay, so I feel like you sort of, there's definitely something about your finances and a want to kind of show up with more. Maybe that's the thing, is that you want to show up for something, take a risk on something, but you don't feel like you can match it with your bank account right now. Okay. So what is your current situation looking like in terms of the cards? Okay, we've got the Seven of Pentacles on here. Now, that's the same as like the Ten of Pentacles that just came out there. There's a long-term investment here that you are planning or would like. But again, it's almost like you don't feel that you're coming forward with enough, is what I'm getting from this. There's an energy of you being a little bit too serious at this time, and a need to change your outlook on it, basically. Okay, almost like it feels like you feel like you've used up all your chips, like you've had everything you can possibly have from this, so how could you possibly get anything more? But that's not really the attitude, is it? That's not really how we manifest here. So let's see. But there's something that you want as like a long-term investment, but you're concerned that it won't manifest that way. Okay, I just saw the Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups on there. So there's something here I feel that you want to celebrate, but you just can't make your mind up. It feels like a big decision, big choice. There's a stubbornness to it. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're not feeling confident enough at this yet. Definitely the Three of Cups wants to come out on here. Okay, this could be to do with a friendship. It could be to do with, yeah, coming towards a friendship with somebody. Maybe they want to go out, do things, do more, and you don't feel like you can match that, but you want to. I'm getting an energy here of you needing to be honest with this person or these people. So it's kind of like, just, if this is a friendship and it's a good friendship, then they will understand your financial situation, okay? They will understand it. There is definitely something that you want as a long-term thing. So whether this is a long-term friendship or it's a long-term maybe love interest or something like that. I can't quite get that just yet. But it's definitely to do with a person or people in your life that you want to work on. You want to kind of bring more of it in. That Ten of Pentacles is part of that energy as well. It's like you want something that's invested in. And so is the Seven of Pentacles. It's just like a long-term investment. And there's also like, you know, this could be a change in direction for you, for where you were going. Something's made you realise what you have, what you already have. But I do get this feeling of like, you know, you're being pulled in one direction, like, come on, let's go out and have some fun, let's go and do this. And you're like, yeah, I can't really afford it. But it feels like there's something else that's kind of not really asking you to spend any money here, that you want to invest in. The Queen of Pentacles was poking out before as well. Now this is like a healing energy. This is this feels like a female in your life that brings stability, that brings security. That's like on a financial level as well. Like this could be a mother, or somebody that can help you out financially, or bring stability into your life. It might not be necessarily financially, it could just be somebody that brings this stability to you. Now that could be connected with this Three of Cups, okay? And this could be what you are investing in. Maybe this person, you know, they're sorted money-wise and you want to be more like that person. Maybe you want to become this person, especially if you're female yourself. This could be who you want to be. But I feel like it is a female in your life that you kind of look up to, or maybe want to spend more time around because of how they manifest in their life, the things that they bring into their life. And it's something that you want to invest more time and energy into. So what's the challenge on this then? What's happening here? Oh, fly, a period of ill health and depression. Okay, so the challenge here right now, maybe you're not feeling too good. Maybe you're not feeling very well at all. You know, maybe going into a little bit of a depressive state. I'm getting something about nuts to do with this. I don't know if maybe you're trying to eat more nuts, get more protein in your diet, something like that. Or just building up your energy levels, maybe. Maybe you're feeling really lethargic right now, but you can't quite understand why. So challenges, what else do we have? Now that's interesting as well, because the Queen of Pentacles is a healer energy too. So this is like somebody that could bring you healing if you are feeling that way. And Desk, pay attention to your work. So there's definitely something about, you know, there's this energy of somebody trying to pull you into, come on, let's go and spend money, let's go and do this, let's go and do that. And you kind of been like, actually, I really need to watch my purse strings right now. So this is saying, pay attention to your work. So I do feel that this other energy feels a bit more stable, that you want to work towards. It's actually going to help you with that work. Let's get some tarot on that one then. So this challenge for you, what is this challenge all about? What is this challenge? There's another, I think there's another collective on here about nuts, to do with someone that you're around doesn't seem to be able to eat the same kind of things as you. Maybe they have a nut allergy or something and you absolutely love nuts. Okay, the challenge is coming up as the 10 of Cups. So it feels like you want stability, you want peace and harmony, but it almost feels like you can't quite get it. You're not quite catching it. Like you feel like, oh, I should be where I am right now in this situation. I should feel really quite content with what I've got. I should feel really good with what I've got. But actually you're not quite feeling it. It looks like it on the surface, but you want something deeper. Let's have a bit more clarity on that 10 of Cups. There's something I feel like you need to really, you know, through being able to communicate clearly and through being very clear and precise about what you want, you're going to receive a victory over what it is that you're looking to do. You've got to get over that fear of being able to say what you want and what you need. And the King of Swords is there to bring that energy of communication, that energy of being, you know, coming forward with truth and integrity, the ability to be able to speak what you need. There was something I did earlier, a video about trust and how trust is your intelligence and integrity as a union. Now, part of that is your journey, and this is the King of Swords energy. It's very clear, precise, logical, you know, basically taking some of the emotion out of how you're feeling right now to achieve that victory. Where you are right now, it feels like it's a little bit funky and you want some fast action, you want some fast movement on here. Now, this is part of your challenge. It's almost like you don't feel like you can speak your truth. Maybe that is through stubbornness. Perhaps you sort of like holding it back for some reason. So you don't feel like you can go fast here. Remember that stagnant energy that we had down here, and patience. It's almost like you feel like you're having to wait. You're having to be patient. Like you can't communicate what you want to communicate, and it sort of feels like it's slowing you down. So what do you need to focus on right now in this situation? What will help you as a focus? Empty chair. So we've got someone is leaving your life, and rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Could this be the person that you need to leave? Okay, so there could be somebody in your life right now that is maybe coming across as very arrogant, very boastful, very, self-centered, I feel. And I feel like it could be this person that's like, come on, yeah, we'll go out, we'll spend loads of money, we're going to do this, that and the other. And you're kind of getting this energy of like, I don't like who I am when I'm around you. That's what I'm feeling from this. So this is what you need to communicate, I feel, and this is what the challenge is that you don't want to hurt someone's feelings maybe, or you don't want to sound negative or anything like that, but you do need to protect yourself. You have 2 runes about protection on here, and it's in that release of this particular person, I feel, that's in your life right now that's causing you this kind of feeling of like, I don't like who I am when I'm around you. This person needs to leave. You need to tell this person to leave your life, and you have to communicate that, and quickly. Okay, because at the moment you're not, because you're not sure whether this is supposed to be your, happily ever after. However, on a surface level, or maybe you look like the part, but something doesn't feel quite right, and you're losing money over it, is what I'm feeling from this. So what you need to focus on then, let's see what tarot tells us on there. What you need to focus on. Okay, I've just got the star on there. So this is something that it's like a wish fulfillment. Something that you are still maybe, keep wishing, keep hoping for what it is that you want. Don't think so much about the outcome either. So focus right now is about this ending of one chapter and the beginning of another. This is a transformational time for you right now, and you are being put through an initiation. And your initiation is about how you deal with this situation with this person, because at the moment it feels like you're allowing this person to dictate to you how you live your life. And how you're showing up is maybe through pride, or not wanting to look like you can't do this, that and the other. It's actually holding you in this old chapter where there's this whole new beginning waiting for you, ready for you to move through it. So part of your initiation is about letting go of people and situations and places and things that just don't serve that purpose anymore. You're being called upon to focus on your work right now, to focus on your finances right now. You keep saying to yourself, I want to save some money. I want to go and do this. I want to go and do that. But there's a person in your life that you feel is sort of like draining that money, because they want to go and do this, they want to go and do that, and you're trying to accommodate their needs because you're trying to look a certain way to them. And this is about your journey of self-discovery, self-worth, and understanding, actually, I need to trust myself to discern what is right for me and what isn't. And by discernment, I mean, does this empower me or does it not empower me? Making the choice. Okay then. What is your outcome here? So let's see, what does the future look like with this? Advice from a friend. So you might need to maybe just open up to somebody that's close to you at this time for more information. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. And weeping willow, family sorrow. So it may seem like in the near future that you confide in somebody very close to you. And actually, it feels like it could be this energy over here, okay? This female that's a good friend, that's going to, I feel, help you to get your finances in order, that's going to help you to find out a long-term solution to what's going on in your life. You know, you maybe go to this person and just kind of start opening up slowly and see if they can help you. I'm sure they will if they are a good friend. But this feels like something different that's going on here. And maybe willow trees are important to you. Maybe you like going to sit with willow trees, or you have one in your area or your garden or something like that. Or maybe you've been around one recently. But it feels like there's something perhaps going on within your family that's kind of been a little bit painful. But it almost gives you an excuse. That's the wrong word to say, really. It almost gives you a reason to step away from a particular person in your life or particular things in your life. Because you can say, oh, I just need to grieve over this. I just need to spend some time thinking about this, or I need to go and help my family right now. Okay. So it kind of gives you that space that you need to handle a particular situation that feels very delicate. Okay, let's get some tarot on that one then. Ooh. Page of Wands. Okay, so we've got the near future then. Let's see what's coming out in your tarot cards for near future. What do we have for near future? Strength. There's a lot of healing going on in your near future around this. You're going to need to have a lot of courage and take some bold steps, some bold movements. But I almost feel like this situation that you're going to be going through is going to bring you closer to somebody that actually brings you a lot of peace, a lot of comfort. Now this could be a family member, it could be a friend. It definitely feels like it's something to do with that friendship over there. But this is how you're going to deal with this particular situation. And in a way, it's actually, oh, my hair's gone all static for some reason. Whoa, there's a lot of electricity going on with this. So there's a real, like a real energy, almost like a friction that's been going on. But I feel like that's about to come to an end, because I'm getting the number 8 on this. I mean, this is the number 8 anyway, but there's a birthday card over there with number 8 on it, and I've just been looking at. And maybe the 8th of this month, which was only a few days ago, there's been some friction. And in that friction, I feel like you've had some realisation. And you are working towards building up the courage now to tackle a particular situation. Maybe it's to do with this person. Maybe it's to do with you going like, look, I need to focus on this right now. I can't be dealing with what you want me to do. That's what it feels like. Okay. I'm going to get these ones. So let's get some advice for you then. What is your advice right now? Hang on, I didn't really pick that one. I pulled it out. So let's see. What is your advice? Okay, we've got dealings or relationship with a woman. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Now that's interesting, because I feel like there is this particular, perhaps it's a woman, this rooster energy that's been in here. Maybe dealing with this person is causing you some financial loss. it is calling, this seems to be this very, very loud message through this reading of you being careful of this person not stealing from you or anything like that, but sort of maybe encouraging you to spend money where you don't really have the money to spend, is what I'm getting from there. So what's your advice? Okay. We have Lily, spiritual love. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. We have a lot here. Successful outcome to your problems. Misunderstanding. Muddled, unclear thinking. And you need to defend yourself. That shield again. Okay, so the shield we're going to put with that woman and the shark. Okay, now this person doesn't necessarily, they're probably not a really bad person, but they feel like they have a very intense energy and they seem to somehow have an ability to kind of go, you know, sway you into spending money, is what I'm getting. And I feel like the kind of things that you're doing with this person is leaving you feeling very unclear and muddled in your thinking. It's like you're not sort of able to really focus. And I feel like we say, from around the 8th of the month, there's been some kind of misunderstanding or friction that's happened here. And it's made you kind of put up a bit of a front, put up a bit of a wall. And it's interesting because we've got the key on there and the solitude card is a key as well. So it's kind of like maybe this misunderstanding has led you to needing some solitude right now. Maybe you've said to this person, I could just want to be on my own right now. And that family matter is kind of helping you to create that space, I feel. But you doing that is going to help you to overcome some problems. It's going to really give you the key, the answer that you need to the questions that you've been asking yourself. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like maybe you yourself can be a little bit stubborn, but perhaps this person is acting a little bit stubborn as well. You know, they're kind of like you. Maybe if you have expressed to them your needs, they're not listening. But there's an energy here of, you know, you need to know that you are loved. Okay. Spiritually, there is love around you. You are being protected by that love. That's part of the energy of Algiz as well. It's like a spirit family that's holding that space for you. Othala is another rune that holds that energy as well. So let's get some cards for your advice on here. What is your advice right now? Okay, so we've got, I feel like in you spending this time, we've got 2 aces here. Now this is usually about offers, okay? And this feels like there's kind of an offer of money and an offer of love coming in. Your advice is to focus on combining the two, because it definitely feels like there's something to do with this person, the friend person, that's kind of bringing you some peace, but also helping you financially as well. And it feels like there's a combination of the two. You know, you are going to be offered something financially soon that's going to help you. And that is through, I feel, this expression with a friend, where we had that card with the dog on it, didn't we? About, you know, talking to a friend. And it could lead to something more than you expected, because it feels like an energy of new love. And yeah, it's almost like if you've been asking about, like, I want sorted with my finances and I want some love. It's almost like your wishes have been granted, if that's what you've been asking for, because this is what's coming in for you. Okay. I don't think you can really get better advice than that, is to sort of like focus on this new love and focus on saving. Focus on keeping your your finances together. But I do feel like somebody is going to come in and sort of help you out a little bit with that. Whether they help you to find a way forward, or whether they help you by actually gifting you something. Okay, so let's just get a final outcome on this, because this reading's actually been a lot longer than I was expecting it to be. Oh, rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. So maybe the situation you're in at the moment, perhaps it's been quite a sexual relationship or something, and it's kept you in a space that's just, it's not really deep enough. It doesn't feel like it's kind of, it feels very surface level, and you want something deeper than that. So maybe it's kind of like, look beyond the sexual desire. Look beyond the sexual desire. What do you want? If you take that out, does this person give you anything more than that? Cain, pay attention to your health. Now that's come out a couple of times, so perhaps you do need to slow down a little bit. You need that stagnation. You need that patience to heal. We have short journey, the horse. So you're not far away from, and that kind of is part of this challenge here with the chariot, wasn't it? It's sort of like, things being too slow, basically through not communicating what you need. So through that communication, you're bringing that journey shorter, rather than going all around the houses. We've got wreath, sorrow over a loss. So I do feel like there is going to be an element of grief here over something that's been lost. I do feel like that could be to do with the family situation. But it all feels like it's part of you, this new transition that you're going through, this transformation. Yeah, it's definitely bringing, we've got the moon, changes in your life. So there's definitely a lot of change occurring for you. And I feel like this is actually going to be in the next couple of months, to be honest. So let's see, what's your outcome with the tarot? Wow, okay. Well, that's a really good outcome. So yes, there's going to be a lot of change. Oh, it's the world, it's not the wheel. That's interesting. I was looking at it as a different card then. You're going to be completing a cycle. You're ending something and a completely new cycle's beginning. But it's bringing joy and inspiration. It's bringing something to completion that needed completing. And the sun is telling us that this is something that you wanted to manifest. Okay, you've actually come to completion and brought into fruition what you want to manifest. And I feel like it has a lot to do with these two, which is you want to manifest the perfect love and you want to manifest money. You've got both coming in for you. It's interesting, very, very interesting, because it's like 19 is the sun and 21 is the world. So it's almost like it's a forward movement. This is happening for you. But it's about change. And there's something about unconditional love as well, or the realization of that. So with the world, sometimes this can be about where you've gone through a lot of patterns, lessons, things, and you've kind of gone completely full with it. You've had the whole experience. You've been through that initiation, and it almost feels like that, what we said before about with stagnation, chopping off this tail could be about this sharky person that's kind of, not really got your best interest at heart, it seems. And in letting go of that, you're actually bringing your manifestations into fruition. And it looks amazing. I do sense an element of travel with this as well. I see you actually managing to go travelling. A lot of both of these cards can represent travel. And I see you doing that. I see you spending some really wonderful times watching sunsets or sunrises in really magical places. I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If that resonates with you and you would like to go deeper into this reading, then please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box. And also please do leave a comment or a like if you can. So I'm going to try and reach the thing now. Have a blessed day.